Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm David.
And I'm Gary.
And I'm David.
And I'm Gary.
And I'm David.
Today we're going to read on Judge Mershon.
Hey, you took my line.
You're too busy giving yourself a plug. We're going to talk about Judge Mershon. We're getting close to July
Not
11th.
those plugs.
Yes, hair club for men, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you got some product in your
Yeah,
hair.
Kayleen
You
wanted.
can deflect bullets with that.
Kayleen wanted some gel in my hair. I figured I was going to be on screen, so why not? You know, as I shed my little cut hairs on the table.
They'll see it when you start dropping cards.
Snowing in July.
About Judge Mershon. Since July 11th is the big day in the Trump family, they find out if Papa Trump gets to walk around free with a lighter wallet or if he gets to go to the pokey with a lighter wallet.
I wonder if Melania will be there.
She missed a lot of it. She missed the whole
She missed the whole
debate.
trial.
Yeah.
You think she'll want to be there for
And-
the gripping conclusion.
And the debate, too. She didn't even show up for that.
It almost would seem like she's not emotionally close to Donald.
Yeah, it's almost like she doesn't care.
Yeah. Was Jill Biden at Hunter Biden's trial?
Oh yeah, I think she.
Was
Matter of
Jill-
fact, I think she was.
Was Jill Biden at the debate?
I believe she was. Was that a debate or was that?
Was Jill Biden at Joe Biden's felony trial for his 34 felonies? Oh wait, he wasn't convicted. He hasn't been charged with anything.
Yeah, he hasn't been accused or anything like that. Yeah. Was that really a debate or was that more of a Trump rally? Because
It was a Trump rally.
I was really annoyed because I tuned in for a debate. Only one candidate was debating, and the rest seemed like I was stuck at a damn Trump rally. It pissed me off.
Yeah.
God.
CNN for you.
So let's. And today I actually borrowed a T-shirt from my son. So
It's backwards. It says.
yeah,
It says.
Yeah.
It sounds Swedish.
It's a mirror image for those of you.
Verdi,
who wonder
verdi,
what the hell we're
verp,
doing.
verp, verp.
The film goes okie dokie.
Okay, maybe we should read some cards
Yes,
and
yes,
earn the who we doing to turn the near.
Yeah, it's
Christopher Ray? Is that who we're doing?
No, Judge Mershon.
Oh, Judge Mershon. We've come up with 5 different ideas.
Yes, Christopher Ray will be coming up in a different video, so stay tuned.
Exactly. Stay tuned on this channel for more.
To quote Melania, stay tuned.
Yeah, maybe we should get started on this one. This
I think
reading's already gone off the rails and we haven't started it yet.
I think everyone's pretty much turned it off at
Yeah,
this point,
pretty much.
so there's really little point.
Except for Sunflower Down Under. She's a trooper.
Yes,
She
right.
hangs through all of these things.
She waves back. Hi,
Yes.
Sunflower Down Under.
And Shirley Knott, if Shirley Knott's been still plugging our channel. All right, let's go.
Yes.
I'll let you bring it
All right,
down.
I'll
here.
bring it down. Woo! Look at that red tablecloth. I know that pisses off some people. But
That's right.
I think we fixed the lighting, so maybe it won't annoy you nearly as much.
Probably not. It's red. All right, so Judge Mershon, energy around Judge Mershon as the sentencing date comes up.
For entertainment purposes only.
So we got the Hermit card.
It's an appropriate card.
Exactly. So the Hermit card is the foundation of the reading. It is a major arcana. It's the 9th card in the major arcana, hence the IX. The Hermit card on high energy is moving forward. It's enlightenment. It's leading the path forward.
Yep.
Low energy. It's retreating into your cave, withdrawal, hiding from things.
It's a bit of reflection too. You're sort of taking everything in and you're thinking about things.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. He is looking at all the evidence, all the convictions, the felonies, Trump's behaviors before the trial, during the trial, after the trial. He's going to look at everything. Now, mind you, Trump during the debate said he never had sex with Stormy Daniels.
Yeah,
that didn't happen.
You picked that up, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
I was going to actually mention that. It's like, I bet you he was also watching the debate to see if there was any sort of remorse or acknowledgement.
Or accountability. And
and
there weren't none, were there?
Nope.
I'm surprised Biden didn't lure Trump in with some more E.G. He talked about E. Jean Carroll for a second. If I were Biden, I would have followed up. So it's like, so you sexually assaulted E. Jean Carroll, right? I've never met the woman. Get him on for defamation again.
Yeah.
So Mershon's considering things and cross with the 8 of Swords.
Now, what does the cross card mean?
The cross card is the challenge. It's like, this is what he's looking at, but this is something that's challenging what he's looking at. This might be a supplement complement. So in some ways, whatever decision he makes, he's kind of stuck with. You know, and how does he take somebody who's a former president who's running for an election and come up with a sentencing that's fair to the law but isn't overly burdensome to the criminal?
Yes.
So, and he's kind of stuck on what there's no precedent for him to fall back on.
And it's also, he's also got to look at what's the reaction going to be from the public, because if he's overly harsh, there could be a real public backlash for this.
It would be like, starting an investigation on a presidential candidate days before the election.
Oh. You mean like with Hillary?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
It would be something like that. You have to be really cognizant of saying stuff like that.
Yeah, because it
right
could really
before an
sway
election.
a swing voter a different direction.
You think it might do something like that. Underneath it all is the page of so what he's looking at is like, okay, there's no minimum sentencing, there's no maximum sentencing. He could act like, okay, my hands are tied, there's really not much I can do about this. Or he can say, you know what, there's no precedent for it. I'm going to be setting precedent. It'll be challenged regardless. So it's finding that balance that he's got going on.
Well, I think there is a maximum sentence. I think federal law has a maximum which you can actually sentence, but he certainly has a range of sentencing that he can.
He's not stuck with the federal guidelines.
Okay.
And underneath is the Page of Pentacles. Again, this is looking at values. This is looking at what's being said, how people react. Certainly Trump has been fundraising like crazy on this, but this could also represent, and this might resonate with you, the judge had a daughter who works for the DNC or works for the Democrats and is part of financing, and Trump kept going after her, saying that the Democrats are raising trillions of dollars off of, I don't know what he actually said, but we might as well just go straight to trillions at this point.
Exactly.
His daughter and her fundraising, and underneath it all, don't think for a second this doesn't grind on him. Mm-hmm. It's like everything's fine, but you kept going after her, you bastard. In the past, you got the Seven of Swords. Trump has gotten away with it.
That's exactly what I was saying. Trump's been getting away with it
for years, decades. And he's finally being held to account.
Yeah, here's the camp of accountability, and there's Trump running away with and avoiding camp accountability.
34 felonies, convicted of 34 felonies. And, there's a slew of other charges that are coming for him, too. So even though he's a first-time felon, as it were, because these are the first convictions.
Yes.
It's not like he hasn't been committing crime his entire freaking life.
Yeah, it's certainly the reputation. With the Page of Pentacles, could that also be sort of related to the Nine of Swords or the Eight of Swords, where it says he's kind of breaking new ground? There's no precedence for this, so he has to kind of look at this. It's a foundational. It's kind of a beginning of what could be a long string of convictions and or sentencing based on what he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And pages are new. They're young. It's youthful. This is the first sentencing that Trump's going to go through. It will not be the last.
This is like kissing your first girlfriend. It's like, oh, I love her so much.
This is Trump kissing the first dollar he ever made.
The first dollar, exactly.
Unfortunately, he's never made a dollar. He's inherited everything.
The first dollar he ever lost.
First dollar he ever swindled from somebody. Trump doing what Trump does.
Did we mention this is for entertainment purposes only? We don't want to get sued. We don't want to get sued. It's not like they got much to take, but I'd like to keep what I got.
Yeah.
Trump running away. He's been just
getting away with stuff.
Bad behavior.
And continuing to also continued bad behavior because he still hasn't acknowledged or shown any remorse for what he's done.
No,
he just commits more crime.
Yeah, exactly. Just denies.
Current situation is the Eight of Cups. So again, looking at Trump's behaviors, looking how he is emotionally. Is he showing any remorse? Hell, Trump was trying to fall asleep during the
trial.
The trial. He turned his back on the jurors. He turned his back on the judge. Turned his back on witnesses. He wouldn't stand up for the jurors when they came in the room. He wouldn't stand up when they left. He was holding press conferences outside, bashing everybody this side of the gag order. He was violating the gag order 10 times. You as much as you might want to say, I want to ignore it, he can't ignore it But how do you find the balance?
I kind of take this could also be Judge Mershon trying to not make an emotional decision. He's turning his back on his emotions and trying to be objective on
Sure.
this.
I could see that. I think that's a reasonable supplement to all that. Overarching energy is the Two of Wands. Sentencing's coming.
I have a decision. We have choices.
Yes, we have choices to make. What are we going to do with this guy?
Let's look down the road. Because he's setting a precedent here.
Yeah. And the
or
other
president, depending on how you want to say that.
And the other thing with this is that Trump is continuing to do campaign finance fraud because he's got nothing to lose. By the time they investigate it and bring charges, it's going to be 5 years down the road from here. And, he'll already be in prison. So you also have to look, if you give him a suspended like this might be, for instance, do I give him a suspended sentence? I'm pulling it for a little bit.
Woo.
If we give him a suspended sentence, we'll let the background adjust down. Here we go.
We got to put something interesting on the back wall. Maybe we could put like a cat tree up there, and we can have like
cats in there,
and just load it up with catnip and just watch them go berserk.
They wouldn't ever listen to what we were saying.
God, they're such little druggies with that stuff. It's amazing.
What was I talking about?
I forget.
I do too. Basically, one of the suggestions was that Donald Trump will get prison time. He will absolutely be sentenced to prison time, but it will likely be suspended, and it would be something like I will continue to let him run for the office of the presidency, but after the election's over with, he is going to report to the prison system. That could be one. They could delay the sentencing. The second thing they do is suspend it, and with some certain criteria of things he's not allowed to do. And if he violates any, so basically, you behave yourself, otherwise we are going to put an arrest warrant out for you and drag your butt and throw you in the pokey. So it's holding it over his head. And as a negative reinforcement of behave yourself or else you're going to prison. That might work better because, you can't... Trump's going to just continue committing crime. So you have to have something that's got an immediate consequence.
Well, I hope he also expands that to keep all your red-hatted congressmen out of it too, because that's what he did to dodge the gag order, anyways.
Yeah, so. And I'm sure he might even be thinking about what he's going to do for the red tie brigade there. Yeah. The lesson to be learned is the Chariot. I'm going twice. First thing, this is going to happen. He's going to make his decision. Mm-hmm. His decision will carry forward. But the first thing I thought of, but the criming won't stop. Mm-hmm. It's just, this is the first trial, the first sentencing in what is just going to be a litany of litigation. Ooh, there's some double alliteration for you. Alliteration of a litany of litigations. Mm-hmm. It's going to be trial after trial after trial after trial. And will it even stop him?
Trump could have his own TV series. There's going to be so many trials. He's going to have more trials than Perry Mason by the time this is done.
The outcome is the temperance card. Yeah, I think he's going to delay things. He's going when he renders his decision, it's going to be tempered. It's not going to be the go straight to jail, go directly to jail, do not pass go, do not collect $200. There's going to be
he'll collect the $200.
Yeah. There'll be a fine. There will be the threat of incarceration. That incarceration will either be delayed or contingent on Trump's behavior, on his temper. So I think, in the end of the day, if you want a pound of flesh, you're not going to get it from Judge Mershon.
At least that's what the cards are saying.
Yeah, the card's saying you're not going to get your pound of flesh. What you will get is a sentence. I can almost guarantee you he's going to get prison time as part of his sentence, but that prison time will be suspended, or
it could be just be suspended pending appeal.
Yeah.
Where then Trump, of course, he'll delay it to after the election, and then because by the time you get the appeals court on it, you get a court date, yada yada yada. I mean, E. Jean Carroll, she's her lawyers are pushing to get the appeal heard in July from his defamation case that he's already lost twice.
Mamo needs her money.
Yeah.
She's got 90 million.
So, I mean, when did that drop? Like April?
When he lost to Eugene Killer?
Yeah. Was it February, March,
It was
April?
more like February.
Yeah, so, okay, I think it was February. So, I mean, it took like 4 or 5 months just to get to the appeals court on that. So, you know, Trump's going to appeal it. You know he's going to appeal it.
And she's making 9% interest on that money.
Yeah, baby.
Every day that goes by, Trump pays her more money.
He is not going to win that appeal.
No, he's not.
He's just
he doesn't have a leg to stand on.
God. I hope he doesn't gift her Truth Social stock. So yeah, so I yeah, the kind of the feel and the vibe I'm getting is he's going to get a prison sentence. It's going to be, don't expect him to be in Rikers that afternoon. It's just not. I just don't see it happening. I think it's going to be held, or it's going to be pending appeal.
Yep.
You know, you're released on your own recognizance pending appeal.
If there's any court work they need to do, they will do that. He's not going to be let out in cuffs. We're not going to get the satisfaction.
Yeah.
We're just not going to get that visceral satisfaction of a perp walk with him.
Yeah. So.
And if we do, you know,
then we were wrong, and you're happy anyway.
Exactly, right? This is getting you ready for lowering your expectations. And if we're wrong, then you get some low energy, low vibrational, sneering, cackling
I'll tell you,
satisfaction.
if he gets a criminal sentence and he actually gets thrown in the slammer, throw it in our face in the comments.
Yeah.
Just say, Gary, you were wrong.
He went to prison.
Wrong. That's right.
I mean,
I'm happy to be wrong on that one.
But you know, it's funny because that's exactly what a Trump supporter would do. They would revel in somebody else's misery, and it's not our misery that he's going to prison. It would be reveling in Trump's misery.
I don't think we're reveling necessarily in his misery. We're
Well, I'm
just
saying
reveling.
if you're laughing like you guys were wrong, you went to prison. You're kind of reveling in Trump's misery.
Yeah, but I'm telling them they can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just. I think we're reveling in the fact that justice.
You'll understand the high they get from watching somebody they don't like suffer, but at the same time, it's like the difference is in this case, Trump's earned it.
Yeah, exactly.
Over a lifetime, he's earned it. You don't have to take great joy in it. You can just look as like, you know, that's what you get. You break the law like that, and you finally get held accountable, and you get to go to prison just like anybody else.
Yeah, it's just like a real sad day in the United States when something like this has happened. That it actually got that far.
You'd like to think that.
Yeah. Well.
All right. Any follow-ups on this one? Got to have at least a Fort Carter.
Oh yeah. Well, I know Judge Merchan got moved off of a case.
Steve Bannon's.
Steve is okay. So why don't we throw on Steve Bannon then?
Yeah, well, that's a different read.
Oh,
we're talking about. Were you just talking about Judge Merchan and Trump? Stay on the topic.
Okay.
Or otherwise, this is going to be an hour-long video.
Okay. Yeah, the way Dave likes to dig in.
Yeah, but this follow-up. So this is what he's contemplating right now. Will Trump's lack of accountability, lack of remorse, negatively impact Judge Merchan's sentencing?
I'm going to redirect that. Significantly impact Judge Merchan's decision, because it's going to negatively impact it.
Exactly.
Will it play a big factor, a deciding factor, a significant factor in his decision?
He's certainly thinking about it.
He's got his choices there.
So the foundation is a two of swords, crossroads, decisions to be made, crossed with the world card. World card is bringing things to a conclusion.
Yep.
Bringing it the end of this chapter of it. So we're asking, will Trump's lack of accountability do that? It's like the decision he makes needs to take into account what is it going to take to get Trump to stop doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Underneath it all is the Hierophant, big government. This could be the court system, the judicial system, our government, and Trump's attack on the government, campaign finance. The campaign finance is the least important of all this, even though it's the foundational charges. It's what it did to the American people when they were going out to vote. How do you stop this behavior from going forward?
Yep.
And again, and did Trump, where's Susan Collins when you need her? Did Trump learn his lesson? Mm-hmm. Will we bring this poor behavior to a close? The Pass the Three of Cups, that's the conviction. Us celebrating the conviction of Donald Trump. He's finally been held accountable. Multiple women testifying against him and his bad behavior towards them. This could be, again, Judge Merchan with the jury behind him. Okay, here we go. We get to make a decision now. Alternatively, this could be Trump just sitting there saying, yeah, what are you going to do about... Okay, fine, you convicted me.
This is the current energy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because my first thought when I saw it, it's the smug Trump card.
Yeah.
Where Trump's like, okay, well, yeah, you got your conviction, but I've got all my red hat congressmen behind me and supporting me, and you're not going to do anything because I'm running for president.
Right.
I'm gonna appeal it, and I'm gonna take it to the appeals court, and I'm gonna win.
I'm gonna take it to the Supreme Court
and
get this thing overturned.
Yeah.
It's both. This is Judge Merchan doing his job, and this is Trump saying, "I dare you."
Trump doing his job.
I dare you to do it. Overarching energy is the Knight of Wands. Again, I think Merchan is looking at Trump's behavior. Mm-hmm. What is Trump doing now that he's been convicted? Is he showing any remorse whatsoever? And is Trump's bad behavior going to significantly do that? Trump's working on getting his sentence significantly increased.
The wands are about like creativity and passion
and action taking forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Knight of Wands is movement going forward, it's controlled movement. It's not reckless. It's part of a plan.
Yep.
So this is systematic.
It could be George Merchan ready to club him over the head with that. If only the Ace of Wands would show up.
So the lesson to be learned is the drunken hillbilly brawl card, because there ain't no brawl like a hillbilly brawl.
No, that's for sure.
No, this is Merchan looking at the chaos that's coming out of it. We're asking, did Trump's, his continual lack of ownership, lack of accountability
significantly
impacted it? It's he's looking at all of Trump's actions and the chaos that goes around it. Again, looking at the Trump rally on CNN that was billed as a debate, and watching Trump not take accountability for himself. This is also, again, you're talking about how are the American people going to react. I don't think we're going to see a bunch of people rioting in the street over this one. Hell, they couldn't be bothered to even show up for the trial.
No.
There's a lot of energy around, a lot of things to consider.
Well, yeah, it's okay.
And the outcome is that consideration here. He
could go for a light sentence, or he can go big time.
It's reaping what you sow.
Yeah.
How much do I make him pay for the stuff that he's done? Judge Merchan is being extremely contemplative with this decision.
Yeah.
He's going to look at it. He's going to evaluate it.
Well, hell, he waited till July 11th. I mean, was it 6 weeks?
Yeah, he got 6 weeks. I mean, he could have done this in a week's time.
I'm telling you, he did 6 weeks. He wanted to see if Trump's behavior was going to change, or if it was going to be more of the same. And
I think you're right on that one.
So
he's giving himself, looking at Trump, it's like, okay, he's a total man baby. He's going to have his tantrum and do all his things. After the tantrum's done, how's he going to behave? Is he going to man up and be an adult, or is he going to still be a feces smeared, screaming toddler?
What was the last card you threw?
It was the 7 of coins.
The contemplative.
Yeah.
I think the energy what we're seeing there is Merchan is definitely thinking about Trump's actions, and it's definitely he's considering that in his sentence, and Trump's actions are impacting it. We just don't know. It's not giving me, unless you're going to look at that Knight of Wands as the we're going to move forward with this.
He's definitely moving forward.
Yeah,
but it's not rash. It's very contemplative.
Yeah, if it's the Knight of Swords, it'd be like, oh, he's definitely going to jail.
Yeah, it's.
I think Trump's actions are gonna impact his sentencing. And Merchan is looking at a very creative, passionate way of employing it. It's not going to be rash or super harsh like a sword would be. It's not a cup either, or a pentacle. He's like, no, there's consequences for actions, and you're going to face the consequences, but it's not going to be the most severe consequences that you could face, but there will be consequences.
Yeah, it just he gave him enough rope to hang himself, and it's like
if only the hangman would have shown up on that.
Yeah, it's like, okay, basically we let some time come. Let's see what grows on this tree. Basically, are the chickens coming home to roost? What have you done in these 6 weeks since your felony convictions?
Yeah.
And that will help
shape that
his decision.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're not there yet. I mean, we got another 10, 11 days before he still has time to decide things. Trump's not through. He's not out of the woods yet. He's got another week and a half of trying to behave himself.
Yeah, that's a lot to ask.
That's a lot to ask. All right, I don't think I want to throw in. I think I've dug down enough on this one.
Perfect.
Anything else you want to throw on?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so let's leave it here. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting our channel. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'm going through all those comments. I even found out there's a special feature where I can look for comments with new replies. So I've been actually able to respond.
Are you going to retire from your day job so you can carry on with that?
Well, if we get enough subscribers and view hours and comments, yeah, I might.
Yeah, we're a bit of a ways from that.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, but again, thank you everyone for your support. We do appreciate it.
Have a wonderful day.
All right, take care.
Bye, Sunflower Down Under.
Bye. Who's going to hit the stop button? No, not that one.
No, is that the pause or the stop?
That's the stop button. Stop it.
Should we stop?
Stop it.
I'm going to hit the button.